Psalm chapter 47, it's like you. Psalm chapter 47 and verse 1. To the chief musician of a song of Korah. O clap your hands, all ye people. Shout unto the Most High with the voice of triumph. In verse 2. For the Lord Yahawah, the Most High, he is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. He shall subdue the people under us, the nations under our feet. He shall choose our inheritance for us, the excellency of Jacob, whom he loves, Selah. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem and Kakodash. Give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to the other Archim that teach the same likewise doctrine of Yahawah, by Yahweh Shai, and to the large remnant, men, women, and children, and to the speckled bird, and to the confusion of faces, like the Shalom. So I'm going to start over with Psalm chapter 47, and the main point is verse 2. Psalm chapter 47 and verse 2. For the Lord, all caps, Yahawah, Most High, is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. You know how they teach our people in the Christianity plantation buildings that he's a God of love? The Most High is terrible. The God of the Israelites, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Our power, he's a terrible power. Okay? So if there's any of the elect, of the hopeful elect, that's in those trap houses, plantation slave buildings, better seek the true power and come out of that place, because all hell is about to break loose. We're blowing the trumpet. The true men of the Lord are blowing the trumpet. Okay? So we're going to get right down to it. Okay? We're going to go to the book of Ezekiel. Start at verse 2. Slakia, chapter 2. We'll start at verse 1. I'm going to read through verse 5. And he said unto me, Son of man, stand up on thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. He's talking to Yahawah is talking to the prophet Ezekiel. And now in the modern day, this is the ancient world. Now we in the modern times, he's using his men to do the same thing all over again. I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna try to make this as fast as I can, Israel. I don't wanna drag it out. He said unto me, Son of man, stand up on thy feet. I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me. And he set me up on my feet, and I heard him, that he spake unto me. In verse 3, and he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day, even to this day right now. Verse 4, for they are impudent, mean disrespectful children, and stiff-hearted, hard-headed. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, said the Lord Yahawah. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there had been a prophet among them. In the times we're in right now, when all hell break loose, y'all want to know that the true men that y'all was watching, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and the other Archim, they're teaching the same likewise doctrine, teaching the highways and the byways, which is in the hedges, in the streets, in the cities. Y'all want to understand that a prophet would have been among y'all, our wicked people. Because what's about to happen, y'all going to be begging to hear this word, and you won't be able to hear it. Okay, so you have these cargo ships that can't even dock, and you have these these mandates, you know. So I got to speak in code talk. That serpent juice, or that 3-point jump shot that LeBron James normally can knock down, or Steph Curry, that 3-point jump shot, just read through the line, is real. These mandates, okay? And the Most High, he's about to allow these devils to unleash some more plagues. Y'all haven't seen nothing yet. Okay, so we're going to go to the book of Ezekiel. We're going to stay in the book of Ezekiel. I'm going to try to get through this as fast as I can, and hopefully it'll be edifying through the spirit of Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawah, fishing for the hopeful elect. And so let me say this. This word, this doctrine is not for everybody, especially the 2/3 of our people. Okay? So we're going to go like Yahawah Bahashem Yahawah say, his sheep know his voice. We just fishing. We just fishermen right now. So this is only for the elect, the hopeful elect. Ezekiel chapter 3, in verse 17 to verse 19. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. And it goes back again, as you see the Most High true men speaking in the hedges, in the highways and the byways. Okay? We are the watchmen. Therefore, hear the words at my mouth. These not our own words. Yahawah said, hear the words at his mouth. So the Most High Yahawah, he using his men. Okay? And give them warning from me. So we warning you for the Most High Yahawah. Why Yahawah shy? When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest them not warning, nor speak to warn the wicked. Who is the wicked? We mainly concerned about our people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Warn the wicked from their wicked ways, to save his life. The same man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. Okay? In verse 19, yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wicked way. Okay, let me read verse 18 again. Sulaki, because I want to explain it more thorough, because it might be a new sheep out there. In verse 18, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning. So if we don't warn you, so we have to come out and speak. Whether you want to hear it or not, we have to come do what the Most High Yahawah say do. Nor warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life. The wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. So if we don't come out and warn and preach to our people, whether they will hear, or whether they will forbear, the Most High, he going to destroy us, his true men. So we have to obey Yahawah, Bashem Yahawah. In verse 19, yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. What is iniquity? Sin upon sin, breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? What these modern day sellout, pork chop eating pastors teaching in these Sunday worship temples that the law done away with. But he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So when we come out and preach his word, whether you will hear or whether you will forbear, okay? Our souls are being delivered. So we wash our hands of the blood, you know, whether you hear or whether you will forbear. So to prove, to clear that up, we're gonna go to the book of St. John's, chapter 15, and verse 22. So we have to come out and warn our people. Mainly is fishing for the elect. But we have to come out and preach to the heathens and the 2/3 of our people. We have to come preach to all nations, because our people are scattered amongst all nations, scattered abroad across the four winds of the earth. So we have to preach to the heathens for their destruction, for the 2/3 of our people, which is not our people, because all Israel or not Israel, alluding to Romans the 9th chapter. So mainly we're fishing for the Israel, Salaki. Mainly we're fishing for the 1/3. But we have to preach to all nations, whether it be their judgment and our salvation, which will be the 2/3. Start with the 144. Start with the 144. You know. Start with 144, Salaki. Sorry about that, Israel. Start with the 144. So the music kind of help relax me from a long day. Okay, so we're gonna go to the book of St. John's, chapter 15, verse 22. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not seen. So if we, the true men of the Most High, Yahawah, if we don't come and speak this word, it's like you hadn't seen, that you won't pay for your sins. But it's a but. But now, they have no cloak, meaning you have no covering, no protection. And that protection starts with the hopeful elect, or the elect. And who's going to protect the elect? Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawah. In these perilsome times that's coming, the Most High is about to unleash hell. So, but now, since y'all heard it, they have no cloak for their sin. Okay? So now you have no excuse. You have no excuse. You can't say that you hadn't heard the word. You know? So I'm going to try to breathe through this as fast as possible. Keep in mind, Israel, the pestilence, Esau, Edom, start with the wicked elite, the Oppenheimers, the DuPonts, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, Bloombergs, and the Bowers. They are rolling out these mandates. Okay, I don't want to speak too much on it, and it's ultimately leading up to Revelation, the 13th chapter, on the 16th verse to 18. That's what it leads up to. Okay, that jump shot that LeBron James like to shoot is leading up to that. Okay, so we're gonna keep on rolling. So we're gonna go to the book. We're gonna go to the book of Hosea, chapter 12. Let me try to breeze on through it as fast as I can. Hosea chapter 12 and verse 10. And you know, I often hear a lot of our people say that they're waiting for the Lord. They're waiting to hear for the Most High Yahawah, Yahawah to reveal something to him. The Most High, he's not fixing to come talk to you. We're gonna go through the scriptures. The Most High man is screaming every day, especially start with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and the other brothers up under the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, the other occupants come in the same spirit of Yahawah. This is how he's gonna speak to you. But our people our people hate to hear anything from their own kind. Esau, Edom, they run to him all day. He feed them lies all day, but they wouldn't listen. Okay, so Hosea chapter 12, verse 10. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. So the Most High is going to talk to you. The Most High, he using his men the Most High Yahawah, B'Shem Yahawah, he uses men to talk. Okay? He's not going to come down and talk to you. He's not going to come off his throne. If Yahawah come off his throne, and you sure don't want to see Yahawah neither. If he come talk to you, he's going to put you to death right on the spot. So we're going to go to the book of James. Book of James, chapter 5, and verse 10. To prove this further, precept must be upon precept, out of mouth, or roughly paraphrase on 2 or 3 witnesses, shall the Most High Yahawah word be established. Going to the book of St. James, chapter 5, verse 10. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord Yahawah, spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience. Okay? So he's going to use his meaning. So to further prove it, you have a lot of these fake Christians, and most of the Edomites, they want to avoid reincarnation, which would be regeneration, reincarnation. We like to say reincarnation in the layman terms. So we're going to go to 1 Corinthians chapter 14. In verse 32. If the same men come back every third and fourth generation in the reincarnation. So whatever you was doing in your former lives, you come back in the same life. So the Most High using his men to cry out to our people. Go to 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. Meaning that the same men is right back here today, crying out to our people, the hopeful elect, that's scattered abroad, that's still in these plantation whorehouses. We crying and we screaming, and we blowing the trumpet. We showing you that we are the end times. And what I do is, let me go ahead and pull this right quick and see what these pastors, they're not telling y'all. You know what? Read for the newcomers. Read St. Matthew's. I'm not going to read because I'm pressed for time. I don't want to drag this out too long. These are the times when you know that the end of Esau world age is coming to an end. Go to St. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 7 and read that. We're in the end days. Okay, so just read that. So let me keep rolling. It will be the sign of the times. When you have earthquakes and all these different storms and pestilence and famines in diverse places. Okay, but the main two prophecies is Revelation 13 and 16 and the third world's war, the third war. Okay, it's brewing up right now. So we're just blowing the trumpet, warning our people what's about to happen before it happens. We see it coming to pass. But our people love to be, well, I won't call it truth if they're not our people. But they going by their day-to-day business and mirth and laughter and joy and having a grand old time. But this is only for the hopeful elect that we're trying to fish for. The signs of the times are here. Okay, let me keep rolling. I want to keep this thing short. We're going to go to the book of Ezekiel. Book of Ezekiel. These are eyes. There we go. Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 17. So will I send upon them famine, the shadow ship they can't even dock. It's heading for a great famine. A great famine is right up on you, Israel. And you're not paying attention to the signs of the times because y'all so busy running into those church buildings. They're teaching y'all prosperity doctrine. That peace and safety doctrines. What is it, 1 Thessalonians 5:3, peace and safety? Y'all have no idea what's about to happen. So I will send upon you famines. Famine is knocking at the door. And evil beasts. And these evil beasts, the Most High, he'll going to put the spirit upon all these caged animals. But the most evil beast that this scripture is talking about is Esau Edom, which he is a beast. He is the animal. So I will send upon you famine. This famine is coming. An evil beast, which is Esau Edom, the Gurgle troops, the UN troops, the concentration camps, okay? Sedition among men. Hell is coming upon this place. And if you don't know the right names to call on, if you're not grounded in this word of Yahawah, by Hashem Yahawah Shai, hell is about to be unleashed. And they shall bereave thee, and the pestilence, and these other pandemics. Y'all hadn't seen anything yet. I want to speak too much because I know they like to cut videos. We was down for a week to Sons of Jacob, 2 weeks. And bloodshed passeth through thee. And I will bring upon thee the sword. The sword is coming. Any type of killing instrument, which it be bio or warfare, airborne. The Most High, he's unleashing these devils to do his bidding. And they start with Esau Edom, the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, starting off with the wicked elite. And Salaki, I, the Lord, has spoken it. If Yahawah spoken it, Yahawah, he's spoken it. So we're gonna keep on rolling. So we're blowing the horn. Let me try to speed up a little bit. We're going to Ecclesiastes, Sirach. (40) and 9 through 10. The book of Ecclesiastes, Sirach, which will be in the prophecy. Death and bloodshed, strife and the sword, famine, calamities, famine, tribulation, the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. So in these modern day times, the Most High, in the ancient world, when the Most High Yahawah, Hashem Yahawah Shai, caused this earth to be swallowed up by a great flood, it was for the wicked. In the modern day, Sodom and Egypt, of the wicked, start with, Esau, Edom, and the other nations, but mainly the 2/3 of our people. The Most High, he's creating all these pestilence to purge out the 2/3 of our people. So this is for your destruction. You will perish. You will die on a horrible way. Famine, all these different pestilence, whether you be in concentration camps, being tortured, it's going to happen. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. And that great famine is at hand. Okay? Let me try to breeze on through. That great famine is at hand.
Chicken cheddar ranch. Tastes like it sounds.
That great famine is at hand. Y'all can't say y'all ain't been warned. Been warned. The men of the Most High Yahawah by Hashem Yahawah Shai be on the streets, on the street corners every week, week in and week out. Okay? So here's how it's going to go down during that great famine. So we're going to go to the book of Leviticus. You know what? Okay, now I'll stick with it like this. Go to the book of Leviticus. Okay? Chapter 26. And this is what coming. So we had to blow the trumpet. We said in the book of Amos. Here we go. Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 29 through 30. And ye shall eat the flesh of your sons. Keep in mind now, these ships are being docked. Ain't no food coming. You know, they have these places stockpiled with foods, and these supermarkets are getting thinned out. It's all an illusion. When you can't buy no food, this is what's about to go down. Let me start over. Keep in mind, this is for the 2/3 of our people. And ye shall eat the flesh of your sons, and the flesh of your daughters you shall eat. And I will destroy your high places, and cut down your images, Cesare Borgia, y'all Jesus Christ, who y'all worship, and these Sunday worship temple dwelling places, whorehouses, those that refer to high places. Okay? And these false images of who the word ignorantly called Jesus Christ, Yahawah, in the form of Yahawah, your images, and will cast your carcasses upon the carcass of your idols. Your idol won't even be able to save you. And my soul shall abhor you, shall hate you. Now, here's what's going on. This was in the ancient world. But watch this. We're going to go to hold on, Israel. Be patient with me here. Okay, here we go. Go to, there we go. Ecclesiastes. So this was in the ancient world. But the Most High Yahawah, he requires a certain thing. Ecclesiastes 3:15. It happened in the ancient world. But watch this. To you unbelievers. But it's only for the hopefully elect. That which had been is now. And that which is to be had already been. And the Most High Yahawah required that it pass. So it happened in the ancient world. Now we're in modern day Egypt, spiritual Sodom Egypt, aka America. Revelation 8 and 11 is 11 and 8. Spiritual Sodom Egypt. So the Most High is going to require the pass. So it's going to happen all over again. So we're going to go to the book of Jeremiah. You know what? Let me clear that up. I got to get that right. Sodom Egypt. It's 11 and 8. Revelation 11 and 8, aka spiritual Sodom Egypt, and their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of that great city, which is America, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where their Lord was crucified. Okay? That great city, spiritual Sodom Egypt. The reason it called spiritual Sodom Egypt, because it take on the same ancient customs of the heathens. And where our Lord was crucified, they crossed his face out, they crossed his name out, crossed out his image during the Renaissance. Okay? I had to clear that up, Salakia. So let's go back to okay, so we're hitting Jeremiah, back to Jeremiah. Where you at, Jeremiah? Okay, we're going to go to Jeremiah 19 through 9. To further back it up on that famine. When these ships, they docked and they can't move, you know. This is what it's leading to. They prophecies. We see the prophecies, the true men of the Most High Yahawah, Yahawah. We measuring the times of prophecy. We seeing it happening right before y'all eyes. And y'all sleep. And I will call them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters. It's going to be the only means of food that y'all going to have to eat. The Most High is marking you when you had a chance to hear the word and you turn your back on the true meaning. You know? And they shall eat every one of the flesh of his friend and the seeds of straightness, a place of difficulties, hard times. Wherefore their enemies and they that seek their lives shall straighten them. So the Most High ain't playing no games. He's terrible. He's a terrible power. And they've been teaching y'all in these Christianity buildings that he all loves. Nah, man, the Most High is a man of war, Exodus 15:3. And Yahawah was his name. Let's speed on through it. Y'all ain't gonna be able to say y'all didn't hear it. Okay? So we're gonna go to, let me keep on rolling. Go to the book of Amos, chapter 5. In verse 18, I'll read through verse 20. And when I read this, I always think about these Christians. You know, and we don't give a damn about you heathens. Only the 12 tribes of Israel. But when I hear this verse, I always see I can see their faces and the images in my head. How they love the Lord, how they can't wait to sin. How they've been taught these lies that he all love in these Christianity buildings, slave whorehouse doctrines. But everything they teach you in these buildings is not in the scriptures. Y'all about to be mourning pretty soon. Amos 5:18. Woe unto you, you see? It say, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, Yahawah, is all caps. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord, Yahawah, is all caps again, is darkness and not light. Let me speak on this just 1 second, Israel. Be patient, just 1 second. He just said, what is it for you? What is it in there for you to desire his coming? And the first thing pop in my mind is our wicked ass, the 2/3 of the wicked Israelites. They don't do nothing that the scriptures say. But they can't wait to see the Lord. And you keep on thinking that. The Most High say, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness. It is darkness. And as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, and went into a house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bite him. Shall not the day of the Lord Yahawah, in all caps, be darkness and not light? Even very dark, and no brightness in it. So why do y'all want to see the Lord? He's gonna come back with famine. And when we see y'all backbone, y'all stomach touching y'all back, calling y'all Jesus Christ, because that's going to have to deliver you. When these Gurgle troops and UN troops hit the ground, that the Most High Yahawah about to unleash, calling your Jesus Christ. But when y'all see the men of the Lord, now some of us gonna get put to death. It got to happen. Pursuing the revelation, I want to say 2:10. Okay? In Revelation 3:10, the hour of temptation, it got to happen. But you Christians, you fake Christians, which is our people, which is not our people, because all of Israel are not Israel, pursuing back to Romans the 9th chapter. Okay? So let me keep on rolling. Let me breathe through it. I'm almost done. What's that blowing the trumpet? We're sounding the alarm. Okay? We're sounding the alarm. So we're going to go to the book of Joel, chapter 2, I'm going to read it from verse 1 through 2. I'm gonna shorten it up so we can back up Amos 5 and 18 to 20. But if you read on down it, this whole chapter of Joel is beautiful. It's a beautiful chapter, and it's speaking in cold talk. And you heathens, you can't understand this. If you read it, you 2/3, you can read it too, and you still can't get it. Like it's saying, roughly paraphrase Amos 3 and 7, how the Most High, roughly paraphrasing, show his secret to his servant the prophets. So I want to bag up Amos 5 and 18 through 20 through Joel, the second chapter, from 1 to chapter 2, verse 1 through 2. Blow ye the trumpet of Zion. So we warning your people. We blowing the trumpet. We blowing the trumpet in Zion. Okay? We blowing the trumpet. We warning our people before death and destruction hit, before that door of repentance closed. Sound the alarm in my holy mountain. Let the inhabitants of the land tremble. Be fearful for the Most High. How he's terrible. He's a terrible power. For the day of the Lord coming, for it's nigh at hand. For it is nigh at hand. It's near. It's right around the corner. A day of darkness. You see how y'all saying y'all can't wait to see the Lord? They're teaching y'all this BS in these Christianity plantation slave buildings, saying peace and prosperity. Hey, hell is coming. Yahawah by Hashem, Yahawah shall by to unleash hell. A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds, of thick darkness, as morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. He had been ever like it, ever like, neither shall be like it anymore after it, even to the years of many generations. If you read on down it, hey, it's awesome. But I'm gonna cut it off right there. To hopefully let we understand what it's talking about. Keep on rolling. I'm trying to keep it up on the 45 minutes. So we're going to go to the book of Jeremiah. Back in Jeremiah again. Going to chapter 30. We're warning you that the Most High Yahawah is terrible. His men is crying out to the hopeful elect. That's what it's all about. But all you other nations, you got to hear too. Whether it be your destruction, which is going to be your destruction, and the 2/3 of our people, it's going to be for your destruction. But we got to preach. We got to preach whether you hear or whether you will forbear. We just finished for the elect. Jeremiah 30 and 6 through 7. Start at verse 6. As ye know. Okay, let me go up here. Let's start at verse 4. And these are the words that the Lord Yahawah spake concerning Israel, the northern kingdom, and concerning Judah, the southern kingdom. For thus said the Lord Yahawah, all caps, we have heard a voice of trembling, and not a voice of peace and prosperity that they teaching y'all in these buildings, alluding to what is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3. The Most High say, we have heard a voice of trembling. That was Jeremiah, the prophet Jeremiah, of fear and not of peace. And peace and safety. Actually now, just how terrible it's about to happen. Actually now, see rather a man do a travail with child. A man with birth pains. And we know a man can have no child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands in his loins as a woman. So if a man gonna be shaken up and scared like that, what you think gonna happen to the women? And all faces turn into paleness. All hell is about to break loose. But you've been warned. You don't want to hear the voice of the Lord, which is speaking through his men. Verse 7, alas, that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. Jacob is the 12 tribes of Israel. This punishment is mainly for the Israelites. The Most High is fixing to weed out 2/3 of our people. But the 1/3, we got to go through hell too. Much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom, roughly paraphrasing. The 1/3, but the 2/3, you're going to be devoured. But he shall be saved out of it. Who's going to be saved out of it? The 1/3. The house of David start with the 144. And the Lord's remnant, men, women, and children. That's who's going to make it on the first go round. And the 2/3, you're going to taste the second death, which is them ICBM hydrogen hypersonic missiles that China and Gog and Magog, that the Most High put his spirit upon them to create the great waster. Okay? So this is how terrible it's going to get. Almost done, Israel. Almost done. This is how terrible it's going to get. So now, here's what got to happen. Don't act till now. Oh, here we go. This is how terrible it's about to get in the time of Jacob's trouble. We're going to go to the book of Daniel. Verse 1. It's going to back up Jeremiah 36. It will be a time that never happened. Since it's going to be so terrible, it's going to be terrible. And we're going to need a divine intervention. Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince. Michael is the archangel. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, which is Jacob's trouble, which I just read it in Jeremiah the 30th chapter, from 6 through 7. Such as never since there was a nation, even to the same time. At that time thy people shall be delivered. And who's going to be delivered? Only the 1/3, the house of David, starting with the 144 and down with the Lord's remnant. Men, women, and children, the 1/3. That's who's going to be delivered. Not the 2/3 of our people, because you want to take on the ways of the Grecians. This Babylonian system. You want to go down to Egypt for your benefits and for your goods. I want to say with Isaiah the 30th chapter. Everyone that should be found written in the book. Who's going to be found written in the book? Only the 1/3. The house of David, the 144 plus the Lord's remnant. Okay, so Michael going to have to stand up. The Archangel Michael, he's going to have to come in and intervene. Okay? So let me read on. We're going to go to Second Ezra. Let's see. Okay. Second Ezra. And these are lies they've been telling y'all in the Christianity, plantation, slave house buildings. This is not for you 2/3. I'm reaching out to the any hopeful elect that's still in those buildings. And it's time for them to repent and come up out of that place. I'm not going to try to explain too much. I'm not going to let the Spirit speak. I'm not going to use my own word. I'm going to use the scriptures to fish for the hopeful elect that's in those buildings. Second Ezra chapter 8 and verse 1. And he answered me saying, the Most High, Yahawah, had made this world for many, but the world should come for few. So how can everybody be saved? How can everybody be saved on this go round? Second Ezra chapter 8 and verse 1. And he answered me saying, the Most High Yahawah had made this world, this rulership, this society, Esau Edom world, age for many, but the word to come for few. So how can everybody be saved? Ain't no way possible. Okay, we're gonna back this up with St. Matthew's. St. Matthew's chapter 7, verse 13. He made his word for many, but the words are next for few. Man, hey, you Christians of our people, man, y'all lost y'all damn mind. But the Most High have y'all blinded. St. Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate. The straight gate is the gate that the Hebrew Israelites, the 1/3, is the narrow gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that lead to destruction, and many there which go in thereat. Narrow passage in a straight place of difficulties. Okay? Y'all been misled by y'all false leaders. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to close it out. I'm almost done. So we're gonna go to Amos. Chapter 8. Behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahawah, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but the hearing of the word. Verse 12. And they shall run, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro and seek the word of the Lord, shall not find it. So what they're saying is, the men that y'all walking past right now, that's on the highways and the byways and the hedges in these cities, on every corner preaching, y'all gonna be wishing y'all would have listened. Y'all gonna be looking for the word and searching for the word, but the word's about to, the Most High about to pull us off these streets. Okay, to bag it up, I'm gonna try to keep it short. Try to keep it up under 50 minutes. Lord willing, I'll be able to, because Jake's attention span is short. Okay, so we're gonna go to Ezekiel. This is for the elect. Ezekiel 3. That's what I want. Going to the book of Ezekiel. Now I'm going to be begging to see it pretty soon. But we won't be found. All praise to Yahawah Yahawah. We just fish for the whole filet. Warning you that the great famine and death and destruction is coming. Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 24. I'm going to read. Okay. The Spirit of the Lord entered into me and set me up on my feet. And he spake with me. He said unto me, go, shut thyself in that house. That when he leave, he's gonna pull up, he's gonna block all the YouTubes. He's gonna snatch all our videos down. You won't be able to see nothing. Okay, so now we gotta go be set up in our house. Start with the apostles and the elders, the great millstone, the other Akim on down, teaching the same truth. But thou, O son of man, behold, they shall put bands upon thee and bind thee with them, and thou shalt not go out among them. So now you ain't gonna be able to see us in the streets teaching. And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, and thou shalt be dumb, and shalt not be a reproval. We're not gonna correct y'all anymore. We're not gonna teach y'all anymore. When y'all want to come and listen, we ain't want to hear nothing you got to say. The Most High, he said that thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reproval, for they are a rebellious house. Y'all weren't listening then, and when all hell break loose, when y'all see what we've been teaching and preaching the whole time, when y'all gonna see out of your own eyes, hey man, these guys, what's the real deal? These were the men of the Lord. It's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late. So I'd like to say, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, by Hashem Yahawah, by Hashem Kakadash, and give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. Until the next time, until the next one, shalom.